And I think we told him no pumpkin, but someone will have to text him.
Kirby Lane has a pancake of the month or week.
We alternate pancakes of the week, and we usually have like a vegan special along with like a regular special, and then we have one seasonal pancake. Right now it's still in winter, so it's still pumpkin, but it's about to move into the spring. So,
do you have anything gluten-free? Does that even exist in pancake form?
We do, not with us today.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No,
don't apologize.
We offer a gluten-free
John
gingerbread.
Reisinger can't have
Yeah,
one.
we're not John.
Yeah, we're okay. I'm just curious, like, what would a gluten-free pancake be? Just like
Cardboard.
Tears of disappointment in like a circular form.
It's gotta be adorable.
Is there any food that can't be gluten-free? Like, is there an all-gluten food?
Like wheat bread? Probably couldn't be gluten-free.
Gluten can't be gluten-free.
Can you take wheat and separate the gluten? Like if you shake it up enough or something like that.
I don't even really understand
that?
what
Like,
gluten
boil
is.
off the gluten.
You know, Jimmy Kimmel actually did a funny bit where he'd walk around in California at like on like Hollywood Boulevard, and he'd ask people, "Are you healthy?" And they say, "Oh yeah." And they say, are you gluten-free?" They go, "Oh, absolutely." You go, "What is gluten?" And nobody, to a person, nobody knew what gluten was.
Really?
But they were all absolutely gluten-free.
Is it because it's too small? Like,
that mean?
stuff gets too small, you don't care anymore.
It is true if it gets small enough.
Yeah. But I'm sure you care about your looks, but do you care about, like, a really small piece of your face?
You mean like, do I care about how I look right here?
Yeah, just like right there. You don't
right
care.
Here? No, I don't care. Unless you have a zit, and then you're worried about that.
Good point. Good point.
What is that, Gus?
We got some early test vegan pancakes here.
Vegan?
So what would be a non-vegan pancake?
I guess using...
Yeah, but what's it got in it?
Eggs, milk.
Yeah.
Oh, right, eggs and milk. That travesty.
Before
this is a pancake with no eggs or no milk in it.
Yeah.
It's just like water and wheat.
And the souls of orphans.
Souls of orphans.
That was not me.
This is what I always worry about with vegan stuff. I'm always worried that like they're replacing it, like just normal stuff like eggs and milk. They're replacing it with something that's a substitute that ends up being way worse. Like, and we can read the ingredients on the package. I'm sure you don't do this at Kirby Lane. I'm always worried it's gonna be like some kind of like 8-syllable chemical.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's Gus's official reaction. First pancake is pretty good.
Give me a bite of that.
You wanna buy that? Here.
All right, here's why Matt's crazy. And you guys just asked me, these are things that I think that make Matt crazy. You tell me. First of all, I've talked about this one thing before. When we were in college, Matt would play on the N64. He would play this Ken Griffey baseball game.
Oh, and just hit home runs.
Yeah, and he would play on the easiest setting, and he would play, I think it was like the Mariners were probably the best team, or the Braves were the best team on that game, and he'd play like the lousy, like the Kansas City Royals. I know they went to the World Series this year. They weren't good when we were in college.
What's wrong, Barbara?
And he would sit there, and he would just crack home runs, and he would play the game for like 4 hours, and there's no mercy rule, and I'd walk into the living room, and he'd be like up 102-1. I go, what are you doing? I go, why don't you play on a harder difficulty? He goes, no, I'm having a good time. And he would just sit there and like hit home runs and hit home runs.
Good training for
hours.
timing. I watched him stamp on an HDMI cable once. It was when we were filming Captain Dynamic, and he just stepped on an HDMI that was going to the monitor and like bent it. And he wasn't like, oh, my bad. He was just like, I need a new HDMI cable.
Let's just roll with this.
Yeah. Just so subtle, just so sort of chill about everything. I love
You know, talking about, let me get close to the mic. You can hear me. Talking about Matt playing that baseball game makes me think about when I was in Australia with Jordan, who makes animated adventures. He would get up really early in the morning, like I don't know, 4 a.m, to watch football games. Like to watch. He's a big Colts fan, so he wanted to watch the Colts game. And of course, I didn't care. I didn't wake up that early, but one morning I woke up and I was like, oh, I wonder how Jordan's game went. And I looked, and the Colts had won by like a crazy amount, like I don't know, 50-10 or something. I was like, oh, you got up early and watched the game for nothing, right? It's a huge blowout. He goes, no, it's a good game. They scored a lot of points. I was like, that's not the definition of a good game. It's not scoring a lot of points. It's, I would imagine.
I feel like good games are close games.
Right. It would be a close game.
Yeah.
He's like, no. Those aren't.
Give me one of these pancakes. I gotta try this out.
A pumpkin.
This
Do
is
you want
pumpkin.
any, do you
Where's
want
Brandon?
any toppings?
Should we get Brandon in here?
I like how small they're making them
thank
too.
you.
Just like
You want a
tasters.
plate? You just eat that.
I got this. I got this.
Would you like a pumpkin, Kev?
Not really.
What else? You got anything else on that list there?
That's good.
You want
All right.
There you go.
This is something that came up just recently. So, I had to use, like, my phone died for something. We were somewhere and my phone died.
Rip.
So I asked Matt if I could use his phone to look something up. iPhone? All of you guys have iPhones?
Yeah.
Okay. On iPhone, you have apps, and you have pages of apps. And depending on how many apps you have installed, is how many pages that you have. Like, you swipe to the left to go to your next batch of apps. How many pages do you have on your phone?
3.
2.
3.
You're all the way up to 3. I keep everything on 1, okay? And so then I use the folders to organize everything.
Hate folders.
What is your deal? Do you just have all your apps installed like on the root and you just page between them?
Yep.
And you still only have 3 pages?
Yeah.
No, you must not have a lot.
I have one page called Apple Pap, which is all the crap that you can't delete from your phone.
So that's a
Yeah,
folder.
I have a folder for that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the bin of like Apple forces you to use it.
Like
Matt,
iBooks and stuff.
I use his phone. He has 16 pages of apps.
What?
16 pages. Like the bottom of his phone is just pure dots.
To be fair, he has a defense for that.
What is that?
His kids play with his phone.
That would make sense, except you scroll and like page 13 is like a navigation app. I'm like, why is this app like on a page by itself in the middle of all these other pages? What's the organizational structure here? And he's like, I don't worry about it. I'm like, how do you find it? He goes, I don't worry about it.
Is he just too relaxed?
I know what it is.
Oh, that's why he's terrible at giving directions in LA. He's like, hold on.
That's right. It takes him 20 minutes. He's like, flip.
Well, I assume
Wait.
he does the searching, right? That's how he finds any app on his phone. He doesn't
I'm
actually
guessing
look
he
for it.
must use that.
Okay.
But still, you gotta have some kind of structure there.
Yeah, you have to have some sort of method to your madness, I would think.
It's either like the sign of like a sick mind or just like a mind that's just like totally healthy and doesn't give a shit. Like it knows, the phone will take care of that. I get all my dots at the bottom and I'll find stuff in there.
No, that sounds about right.
My phone sucks. Like iOS 8 is the worst.
Nope,
it
you
doesn't
just have
like-
an iPhone 6.
What?
You just have an iPhone 6.
Yeah, but like I'll spotlight an app. I do that all the time to find apps quickly. like
So what's wrong with
notes.
the 6?
It's just buggy.
Well, I type in NOT for like to find notes. Nothing comes up. Have you had that?
Do you exclude apps from search?
No.
No?
I checked.
Oh,
Bad.
Can you
Bad phone.
exclude stuff from search?
I think you can.
I got a problem where, like Instacart, using as an example, is they will text you. I don't like not having a picture next to a text. So I made, for all my services, I made a contact and then used their icon for the
I
contact.
thought you were going to say you found a random picture of a dude and like made it that
Hey,
person.
I made him stop on my doorstep and take a photo of the guy when he dropped off my
Mr. Instacart.
ribeye steak.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's that? Is that
It's a blueberry,
Blueberry
and you say vegan? Yeah.
Do you want to try the
vegan?
vegan
What
one?
vegan? Is this strawberry lemonade? That can't possibly taste good, but I'm gonna try it and see.
I'm going to do the blueberry.
What is it?
I feel like we're not making use of any of our toppings, though.
Oh yeah.
Ow, it's hot. Can I have a plate?
It's good.
I'll just use this as my plate.
I've never had a lemon pancake before.
I need that back so we can get more pancakes.
I know.
Barbara.
I'm just waiting to have a plate because it's hot.
That's good. I like that.
We should have a conveyor belt.
We should get that for me. It should be like conveyor belt sushi and the conveyor
Yeah.
belt pancakes.
All right, here's the last thing on my list of the stuff that's crazy about Matt. Here's why, though, I make him navigate, even though he's really, really shitty at it when we go places, is because when he drives, he listens to the radio.
Oh, no.
But he listen to this, Barbara. I mean, you know what station he listens to? Matt listens to the scan function. He hits the scan button, and he listens to 3 seconds of every radio station. And I go, are you ever going to find... It's probably Matt calling me. I said, are you ever going to find the station you want to listen to? He goes, no, I prefer to listen to this. And I go, what? And he says, yeah, because then you just get like a little taste of everything. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my
I've
life.
never heard of anybody listen to the
He
radio like
prefers
that.
to listen to the scan function.
I don't know what to think of Matt anymore.
I
This
know,
is
right?
really weird.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
the weirdest thing by far.
That
Yeah.
is the weirdest.
Is he trying to find a song he likes?
No. He really
Is
just
he
wants
just
to hear a little bit of
scan,
everything.
And then if he hears 3 seconds of a song he loves, he's like, oh man, I love that song.
You know,
I hope we come back around the dial and get to it again before it's over.
We're just done.
he would make a perfect DJ.
I think about it like in LA, there's like 80 radio stations in LA. So it's like you go from like talk radio to classical to Tejano
I want to make
to
him
3 more Tejano stations to then classic rock.
I want to make him a mixtape now, just like 3 seconds of everything. Ever.
Do that, like do a recap for our
Is,
show.
is
just
it
give them a
attention
blurb at a
span
time.
just really short?
Barbara, I have no idea. I've reached point I can't explain anymore. There's things about Matt. I've known him for 20 years. I just can't explain.
What's it like knowing someone for 20 years?
What's that?
What's that like?
It's a drag. No, it's good. It's actually like I actually went out with some friends recently. They're trying to get me to go do this Spartan run.
Don't
Barb,
do it.
you had a bunch of friends in town that did the marathon in Austin.
Yeah, they did the marathon. It was my friend Noobs and my friend Julia, who was also my brother's girlfriend.
And
they
we
were
should also
actually
point out-
sitting in the audience.
Josh Flanagan.
And Josh Flanagan did the half marathon.
He did the half marathon. Even though he's a full size dude, he did the half marathon. So he was fast as shit too.
Yeah, he did 2 hours.
You could track him on the app.
Yeah.
And the pace is he was doing like 8:30. So that let me do some math on that real quick. 8 into 60, 8 minutes 30 seconds. So he's doing about
What happened to your eyes?
8 miles an hour, right?
Don't you
8
know
miles an
Bernie's
hour.
thinking face yet after all these years?
Let me think about this. So 8 miles an hour. Well, you know, it's funny because I just got headshots done by John Reisinger, and he had me facing the sun, and I'm kind of naturally a squinty person as it is,
You don't say.
and so facing the sun, I'm like, just like that thin, and I'm just like, I can't do this. So we had to turn around and go the other way, and then. So, to make myself feel better, I went and looked at, like, headshots of Clint Eastwood. That dude, Clint Eastwood is at this age, he is a walking ad for sunscreen. That guy, that's a dude who, like, grew up in the sun and just had, like, they hadn't invented really sunscreen by then.
Is he just like a piece of leather?
Yeah, he's,
Oatmeal
yeah.
raisin. Take it and pass it on, fucking dipshit.
American icon, no question about it. But wear your sunscreen.
What do we got?
I want a blueberry because I had the strawberry lemonade.
Okay.
vegan.
I'm going to take these two.
What was this one again?
Oatmeal raisin? Well, the new one?
I don't want that one. I don't I don't like cooked raisins. two kinds of raisins I don't like. I don't like cooked raisins and I don't like uncooked raisins.
Raisin.
It's something.
So you don't like
cooked.
raisins?
I don't like raisins.
That's what I'm
period.
gathering.
Isn't a raisin a cooked grape?
No, it's just a dried
It's
out
a
grape.
dried grape.
It's an old
Wow.
grape.
They don't heat them up?
What do you mean?
Have it...
Oh, God.
Whoa!
Speaking of raisins,
It's like a burn victim.
All right, I gotta get
That guy's
creative
a
with this.
prune. How do you raisin?
How do you raise a raisin?
How do you make a raisin?
I think you just dry out a grape, right?
Yeah, and then
what?
you put sugar.
Well,
on it.
you send it
The
to
sun.
school and then you make sure it's well fed and housed.
You get in the car when it's 16. That's up. And then you cook it out.
Raise a raisin.
Barb, did you get? Is it Canadian? Did Canadians get cars? Is that like a thing?
Yeah.
Like when you turn 16?
Rich Canadians.
Oh, this is a rich thing.
Are you rich?
I didn't get a car when
Brag
I was
about
16. I didn't get a car when I was 16.
So it's not a common thing.
I think it's the same as America or any other country.
I don't think
Is-
it's that common in
Well,
the U.S.
I
I
mean,
mean-
Texas is a car culture. And so we 16, most people got cars, but they were always like just the worst, like junky cars.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, my
it's
first
like,
car's when I
listen,
moved
listen,
here.
kids, we love you, but we're not going to spend a lot on your safety.
Yeah.
Have-
No, I didn't. My first car was when I moved to Texas. I didn't have a car before that. I just used my parents' car.
Yeah, I'm taking this off.
my parents bought me a
Josh, you wanna
car.
take off your shirt?
Woo! I'll do more than that for those. My parents bought me a car when I was 18, but they bought me a car that was manual transmission, and I didn't know how to drive manual transmission. When my dad gave it to me, I said, "But I don't know how to drive this car." He just looks at me and goes, "You'll learn."
Yeah?
Did you
And
figure
did
it
you?
out?
Yeah,
I bet
Yeah.
you did.
Mashing the clutch.
I figured it out.
That's like the greatest anti-theft device now is a manual transmission in a car because nobody knows how to drive it anymore.
I
So
love
just
it.
get
It's
a
great.
manual car and no one will steal it.
To me, the one thing that like made a car ready to give to a teenager is as soon as the air conditioning in it went out. That's it. None of my friends had cars with air conditioning. It was terrible.
In Texas too.
Yeah, yeah. I was telling Ashley the other day. Oh, we rented this car that drove me crazy. We were in L.A. You ever drove an Impala?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So an Impala has a lot of really terrible features in it. One feature it has is that when you go over the speed limit, it gives you a warning and tells you you're over the speed limit.
How does it know you're over the speed limit?
I guess it reads the signs. My car does that
Fucking
too.
bitch.
Yeah, and it like warns you as your speed limit
You
exceeded.
need to read the signs. That's burnt into the map information.
I don't think it is.
It is.
I think it is.
GPS stuff is.
Yeah. They know which the strips of road don't change the speed limit.
Yes, they do.
Well, then they update the maps.
When they have construction, they do. When they have construction, they know it.
So
Well,
if I
why
just
would you
stood
want
at
a
the
car
side of the
that
road,
does that?
if I stood at the side of the road holding up a sign that said 10, would all the cars?
Maybe yeah. Maybe all the automatic cars. Like my car reads all the traffic signs.
What else will it read?
What's that? War and Peace. I read Moby Dick last
my
week.
sin.
It was 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
better than the movie.
Yeah.
The car got really wet for some reason.
It read Christine. It's a car.
Do you think they had to put down like some sort of plastic wrap on all the seats in 50 Shades of
Oh,
Grey?
here we go again with this. We're going through the exact same thing with 50 Shades of Grey that we went through with Twilight. And I know it like that 50 Shades of Grey started as a fan fiction for Twilight, right?
Supposedly, yeah.
Supposedly, that's how it started.
What is it about? Some sort of like rapist billionaire or something. What's it about?
Yeah, what is it about? Gavin, tell us what
I don't
50
know.
Shades of Grey
Some,
about.
like,
No,
rich
tell us.
dude.
You've heard a lot about it.
I don't know. I've never read the damn thing.
Who's the main character?
What is your interpretation of the book? Based on what you know, what you've heard, what is the main character?
Why
It could only end
why
with
is
a
one.
rich dude plowing someone?
There you go. Why is it called 50 Shades of Grey?
I've no idea.
Okay. Can't come up with a
Is it
reason?
raining?
That's right.
Yes, I think it's based in Seattle.
Oh, I just finished eating pancakes.
No, you never finished eating pancakes.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, you guys want some in the audience over here? We got some people over here
Yeah, give me
visiting.
some.
You guys
Pass 'em around.
come grab some.
I
Carb
think
up from your marathon experience. Here.
I have something embarrassing to admit.
Really?
I have read all 3 books of 50 Shades of Grey.
There's 3 books?
Three
I didn't even know
books.
there was 3 books. I thought it was
There are
one.
3 books.
Is it 50 Shades of Grey, 50
There's-
Shades of Grayer?
There's 50 Shades Darker and 50 Shades Freed.
Their razors are amazing, and if you aren't 100% happy, DollarShaveClub.com will refund your money, no questions asked. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be a member of DollarShaveClub.com. Stop hesitating. Go sign up at DollarShaveClub.com/roosterteeth right now. You'll be happy you did. That's DollarShaveClub.com/roosterteeth. Fine product at a fine price. Delivered straight to you.
I
Time.
can think of a person who should not join Dollar Shave Club.
Who's that?
Who's that?
If you're like the heir to the Norelco fortune. That's it. If you're not that person, you should join Dollar Shave Club.
Everyone else go for it. It's again, it alleviates my social interaction. I don't have to find someone to go open the razor case for me. It's like I just show up at home. There's razors in my right here. There's razors in my mailbox.
Hey, so we might have talked about this last time.
Gonna pass
we
it over
did
to Bernie?
pancakes. But when you see this, I'm holding a brand new, freshly opened jar of GIF peanut butter.
I knew you were going to say that.
But when you see this, when you see it's all pristine there, are you the kind of person that hates to mess that up, or you can't wait to mess
Love
that up?
it.
Love it.
Especially when there's like a silver foil seal.
Yeah?
Stab that with a knife. It's the best pop sound ever.
So you don't even take the
Ever.
foil off carefully and then you just go
ruin it.
straight through?
Ruin it.
So you even get a little tin foil buried in there?
Nah,
Probably.
that never happens. Tinfoil's solid.
Probably happens.
I need to keep it straight.
Yeah, I can't. I feel bad. Like it's going to be an effort to mess this
So
up.
how do
Yeah.
you go about tidily destroying that smoothness?
Do you like
You
go
take off
through
the
half
top
of
layer.
it and then like work on the second half from the bottom up?
Do you carve out a smiley
You mean
face?
for like peanut butter at home?
Yeah.
What I do is
Do
I
it,
take it like
demonstrate.
this
You got a
and I
knife?
slowly lick it until the texture of it changes, and then I feel comfortable doing it. Barbara, I don't do that.
I do it.
I just jam my hand in there and let's scoop out the first half of it. No, I just do it. I just always
Could
feel
you
bad
finish
about
that job before the end of the podcast?
It. Oh God, no.
Please don't.
Should we-
Don't
yeah,
call
no.
it.
I'm trying to look at that. If I did that, let me see. There's 16 grams of fat in this thing.
That's not much.
For how many servings?
Yeah.
There's 14 servings in this, so that's 84 grams of
You
fat.
can only make 14 sandwiches with that?
That's it. That seems like.
I mean, a
14
serving
sandwiches.
is not necessarily a sandwich.
For those of you who can't see it, this is a 1 pound. That's 1 pound, huh? Doesn't. Look
I
like
assume
1
a
pound.
serving is 2 tablespoons on that jar.
So you can
yes,
shit a
you nailed
pound.
it. What?
You can shit a
Like,
pound.
you could shit that much.
I could.
So whenever people are like, oh, I lost a pound, it really doesn't count at all, does it?
They're not actually being serious, though.
Oh.
Most people lose weight the fast when
Your
they first
food's
start
not
talking about
usually
it.
a pound.
Is it not?
See, if we had shit stats, we'd know. See, now suddenly everyone's
I
interested.
think it's going to happen.
Yes.
I think it's going to happen.
With Fitbits and like everything taken
Yeah.
out, people want to measure these metrics.
Fitbits to shit bits.
We were ahead of our time. Absolutely.
What is this one? This one's got a little chunk of something in it. I think that's strawberry, right?
Shit.
Is that what I got here?
Is that the strawberry lemonade?
I'm feeling it.
There's some strawberries down here if you want to
That's
add
not
them
a-
I want to go for a strawberry
How much
peanut
I-
butter combo. Can you slot me some peanut butter?
Here you go. I have it right here for you.
I gotta say, these pancakes are
and put-
delicious.
I put a little bit much on it. There
Can you
go.
put...
Well done, ladies.
So that's a strawberry lemonade pancake.
I would help, but I don't want
Barbara,
to.
can you strawberry up my
Here,
little
see if I
pancake?
can land it. Here, catch it in this. Ready?
Very
Nailed
good. So earlier today, I saw a business. Well, let me stop. So I had to go drive somewhere to pick up some things for the office, and I was turning out here onto the access road on I-35, just around the corner from the office. And I'm heading north on the access road, and I get to like another intersection, and I look over and I see a strip mall. 'Cause I'm stopped at a red light, and I think I've never looked at the strip mall, and I see there's a Thundercloud in there, and I'm like, oh, weird. I didn't know there was a Thundercloud subs out here.
Thundercloud is an awesome local sub shop.
So I start like looking at all the other stores in that strip mall while I'm waiting at the light, and one of the signs says "Naughty Cakes." I was like, I'm absolutely going in there. So like I turned off from the
Like erotic
street-
cakes?
Yeah, like a erotic bakery.
Oh, don't tell Barbara.
So I went. I was like, I'm going to buy a dick cake for the podcast tonight.
Are there other kinds of erotic cakes?
Boobies.
Oh, booby cake. Yeah.
Vagina?
So yeah, I pulled up.
I've never seen a vagina cake.
Cock
Is
and
there
balls?
such a thing?
I mean, yeah. I think like
A cock and
for-
balls cake is still a dick cake.
I want to say for like a pregnancy thing, they would do like a vagina,
Well, like a
with maybe
placenta
like a
cake.
baby coming out.
All right. Please finish your story. Please finish your story. I want to be able to eat.
Got
these
out of my
pancakes.
car, walked up to the door. They're closed on Mondays.
What?
They're closed on Mondays.
Why?
So we have no dick cake today because I don't know. It's an erotic baker's holiday.
I
Yeah, they go Monday.
Them and barbers, they're in the same union. They
Is
can't work
Barber's
on
Monday
Monday.
or is Barber's Tuesday?
Barber's-
I was
Barbers
gonna say
were Monday.
Barbara. Barbara, when are you closed?
all the days of the week.
So yeah, maybe. So I don't think we'll ever get it for the podcast. Then bad timing.
I actually asked our two ladies over there if I could make a dick pancake or if they could make one, and they said they couldn't, but they wouldn't be opposed to me going over and doing it.
You should be
so.
opposed to that. You guys have a reputation to uphold.
They can't or they won't.
I think they won't.
I think Barbara's done that every year we've done this. All right, so I'm trying Nutella. It's going to be a flavor sensation. I have Nutella, peanut butter, strawberry and lemonade. Vegan.
You
I don't
want
know,
a
is
straw-
Nutella vegan?
Put one little strawberry on it.
I think I threw my vegan streak off here. That hurt. Nope, skim milk. I'm out.
Put
I'm
the
out,
fruit-
I'm out of the vegan club.
Put one on.
What's that?
I'll throw it into your mouth.
Hold
Ready?
on. It fell down the seat.
Open your
I got
mouth.
it. All right.
Open your gob.
No, God.
Right-handed.
All right, ready? Miss entirely.
can get it if you stay exactly still.
Oh,
Hold on.
right in the eye. Before the podcast started, Gavin got a blueberry and he tossed it up really high and he opened his mouth to grab it and it hit at the perfect angle where it went right down straight into his throat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It hit my uvula. I think like my uvula was hit it, the blueberry hit it, and like the momentum caused
Did you shoot back out?
No. Show me the gag.
Started
You swallowed the
gagging and
blueberry
running around
without
like
chewing?
a lunatic.
I'm not sure I could swallow one whole. You know, a baby had twins the other day.
What? Oh.
Oh,
Did you read about that?
whoa, hold on a second. Twitter.
You right?
If you're tweeting to me, when I asked and said I'd never seen a vagina cake, I'm covered now. Thank you. I've got it.
Ooh, I want to see.
Oh, they put the things
You
in there.
sure?
Yeah.
There's a whole feed of these things.
I
was that
see.
baby
It was
coming out?
pregnancy.
There was a baby's
You're right.
head coming out.
Yeah, baby's head coming out. It's a miracle life.
Was there a real baby?
What? No, it's not a real baby. Think they baked a real baby into a cake?
Well, strippers jump out of cakes all the time. What are you talking about?
Why would they put a real baby in a
Wouldn't that be
cake?
awesome if that's how you had a baby?
What's wrong with a real? How
How
funny would it be? A real baby in a veg cake.
It'd be a great way to introduce a sibling to their new younger sibling. It's like, let's eat this cake. Oh no, there's a baby in it.
Eat the baby.
I think that's been done.
Whoever gets a
Since the-
slice with the baby in it, then they're
I
pregnant.
hope
Since
it
the
hasn't
start
been
of
done.
time and now, a baby has emerged from a veg
That's
cake.
probably the origin of king cake, right? Isn't there like a little baby in the king cake?
Yeah, little baby
What's
in there.
king cake?
It's like another Mardi Gras thing.
You're not familiar with that? So you guys have Shrove Tuesday.
Yeah, and you have king cake.
I think it's a French thing, right? It's a Creole thing.
I think so.
So it's king cake. They bake a plastic baby figurine into the cake,
Oh,
and then they all eat it. And then whoever gets the baby,
Dies.
whoever gets the baby in their slice of cake, something happens.
I think they have a
think
baby.
They have to make the cake.
They have to make a baby. They have to have the party.
They have to have the party. Oh, Gus, you would hate that tradition.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it combines everything I hate. Seeing other people and having parties
And finishing a piece of
And
cake.
eating babies.
and babies.
you
It's a trifecta.
do need to have a party at your new place though,
No, I don't.
because your parties you typically do one per house. They're always great.
No, I didn't do one last house.
You know who else needs to have a
One
party?
every other house.
You do. You need to have a housewarming
I'll have
party.
one. What are you doing?
Absolutely.
What?
That's my like. Listen here. Listen to what Barbara's about to say.
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Here's how sad my relationship with Gavin has gotten. Is that I've seen the outside of his house because I've dropped him off. I'm good enough to do that.
Hey-o.
But I've never been inside the house, and I'm slowly learning about your house through various photos that you guys post
Yeah.
on social media. Like I was like,
Haven't
last night I
posted
got to
many.
see your kitchen.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because you guys were playing.
And living room.
Dan, what were you guys playing? Where's Dan?
Dan, I think
Borderlands?
left.
You were playing
Yeah.
We're
Borderlands?
playing Borderlands.
Yeah.
Tony
Yeah.
and Dan and me. We set up an old school LAN party because we like the past.
Isn't that fun?
It's really fun.
That's really fun. That's the way Teddy
That's
and I
something that's
play
been
Destiny.
stripped. Like split screen gaming. Split screen gaming is like it's only good on Nintendo these days, and System Link is gone from all the modern games except for like Call of Duty or something. I don't know. Sucks.
Cool of
I like
Duty.
having a bunch of Xboxes and TVs in the same room.
Well, it's
Screw
one of
the
those things.
internet.
It's like I get the nostalgia that it's gone because I like to have people in the same room playing as well. But how many people actually do that anymore?
Yeah.
With PSN and Xbox Live.
I don't
people
care, though.
so why build? It's got to be hard to build in a version of the game where you can play 2 of the games at one time. That's got to be a
Or
really
4 even.
or 4 up to 4 at one time. That's gonna be a really difficult process to make that.
Talking about split screen.
I am. Thank you.
Very good.
You're not
I
playing.
was talking about the thing that we're talking about. That's what I was
You
doing.
could have been talking about System Link.
What's that?
No, never mind.
No,
But really, you're just looking at the game, the same game from 4 different angles.
right, but it's rendering everything.
That's
Yeah,
never
but they,
happened.
they also cut a lot of visual effects down, and like,
Yeah, there's less pixels.
It's smaller.
yes, it is small.
You say it like that.
One thing I didn't like about we went from SD to HD is there were a lot of games that did split screen down the middle vertically. Didn't like that.
I don't like that either.
Yeah.
Why?
I would prefer the super wide split it
I
Depends
horizontal.
on the game.
I would think it would
What?
make sense if you're sitting on either side. Like one person has one side of the screen, one person has the other side of the screen.
Yeah, I just could never get used to it. I couldn't.
For
adjust.
FPS, it makes no sense because you want to see your peripherals.
Yeah,
For a
that's
racing
true.
game, who cares what's next to you? It's all about what's in front of you. So,
So you
make
want
it
the
longer.
vertical
Yeah.
one. There's something to give you a choice. I played Lego games with my kids, and they came up with a dynamic one where the split rotates
What?
and follows you. It's hard to explain.
Well, so if you go to the left of someone, you'll be on the left.
If I went to the left and JD or Teddy went to the right, it would split straight down the middle. But then if we walked in the world and we walked I walked north and he walked south, the line would rotate.
I want to throw up already.
Oh yeah, it was rough. And then as you approach each other, then it would just disappear.
It's
and
cool.
Merge the screens back
It's an
together.
interesting idea, but yeah, that would make me nauseous.
Luckily, you can turn it off and just we'll split it down the middle. And that's it.
That's so weird.
Do a hard split. Yeah, it's a dynamic split screen.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was really strange, but it was cool. I mean, at least it was innovative. I'm sure there's some people that wish that was in every other game.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm
this is a dream. Just
floored
food
by
is
this
just showing up.
constant stream of pancakes that just show up.
Yeah, not having to do anything
last
either.
Last year, it would get thrown off by me jabbering instead of making my s'mores.
And also
pancakes.
the hot plate getting cool because you forgot to turn it back on.
that
Because
happens.
it turns off after a while.
That happens. I still have that hot plate in my house.
Used to things not being turned on around you?
What's that? How dare you?
Speaking of
Who
50
are you
Shades of Grey.
talking to?
So that movie opened, what they do, $90 million, I think?
What's that?
They
50
did less
Shades of Grey?
than Passion of the Christ, apparently. Because there
What
was
is
a,
that comparison?
Yeah, why would you compare those movies?
I don't know, because there was a thing on Reddit about how, Jesus beats sex or something like that. There's some,
Jesus?
weird
From,
comparison.
10 years ago? Exactly.
Passion of the Christ?
Jesus was from longer ago than that.
Yeah, but Passion of the Christ.
When did that come out?
A long time ago. That's a Mel Gibson movie. Mel Gibson hasn't been marketable in a long time.
I
You
don't know,
really
I
are
just
talking
read the
like
title.
Mel Gibson was the original Jesus.
What's that? No, that was Jim Caviezel. Played Jesus in that. Yeah, it was.
Why are you laughing at that?
Because I'm not talking about some movie. I'm talking about Jesus.
I don't think Jesus had a box office opening. No. It's like how do you
We all know the story.
calculate 20 shekels
he was-
for inflation?
We all remember the story. Christmas Eve, he appeared in that cake in the manger so long ago.
I think it was just comparing two shitty movies.
Straight blasphemy.
With each
The
other.
Immaculate Cakeception.
Yeah.
I've come to the conclusion that
That's
Animals.
a weird comparison, though.
those two movies.
Yeah.
I think
don't
they're
get
just
it.
comparing two shitty movies.
Wouldn't you compare Passion of the Christ to Last Temptation of Christ? That would be a comparison. They have nothing to do with each other. Nothing to do with each other at all.
I mean, I didn't write the article.
Yeah, but you're,
Oh,
you're the one
man.
bringing it up, so we're gonna
Yeah.
yell at you.
Well, it's just like a representation of how badly the movie did.
$90 million is a great opening.
Is it?
That's phenomenal.
I guess so.
Oh my god.
I guess 90 million's okay.
I don't think that movie cost $90 million to make. They made
Probably
all their
not.
money back in a weekend.
I did find out, though, that the two main characters in that movie actually hate each other in real life. So apparently there's a lot of scenes that they had to reshoot because
The
there
actors
was
or the main characters?
the actors.
Okay.
Yeah. The people who played the main characters.
Gotcha. They
So-
hate each other in real life?
Yeah.
What's it? Why?
They didn't get along or something. And so there's a lot of scenes they had to reshoot because there was no chemistry.
I've heard that
I know too much about this movie and
yeah, I know.
series,
You know a
apparently.
lot
Yeah.
about you read all 3 books. Hand me those chocolate chips, would you?
No.
I'm not gonna put them on a pancake. You're just gonna eat chocolate chips. I've given up all hope. Oh. Who about these chocolate chips?
I don't
Who
know.
did this?
Does that affect the
Mariel,
whether
did you buy those?
Mariel, is it you?
Mariel's shaking her head no.
No?
She's crossing her arms.
So
She
instead of Nestle chips, you
said
bought
yes.
the off-brand, just
She was on
you're
her
on a
budget.
budget.
What'd you say?
Are
a quarter?
really are times this tough? We gotta get the generic chocolate chips. Is that what's going on here? Thanks, full screen.
But those budget cuts got that full screen money coming in. I see we still got name brand Nutella and GIF over there.
I know. It's like when you go to the store and your mom will come back instead with Fruit Loops, you come back with rainbow rings. And it's like that huge bag. It's like the 5-gallon size.
Yeah, it doesn't
bag.
even come in a box. It's just the bag.
It's just a bag.
Cardboard's expensive these days.
Strap it on.
What is the budget of this podcast? This actual one episode.
I don't know.
Mariel, what was your budget? Oh, you're a liar.
She's
She went,
thinking.
20 bucks?
We spent more on Mardi Gras decorations. The light bulb's burned out, by the way, Mariel. Got to replace that.
Solve all of our problems right now, Mariel.
Also, this is weird.
They're really good.
No, they're milk chocolate chips.
What's wrong with that?
No, chocolate chips shouldn't be milk chocolate. They should be dark chocolate.
Pass over.
You're a lunatic.
Semi-sweet.
Stop saying
Pass 'em.
weird things and lunatic things.
You have. When have you ever had a milk chocolate chip cookie?
Every single
Never,
time.
ever. Never in 1,000
You
years.
have,
Not even in
you have
England.
semi-sweet.
Hey?
That's what you normally eat, semi-sweet. That's
Yeah.
like the more common chocolate chip.
Now you're talking crazy.
Milk chocolate, real milk chocolate.
Prepare to be disappointed.
As opposed to fake milk chocolate.
Make Gavin eat it. Gavin gets so upset about American chocolate.
It's so bad. Hershey's is the worst. They put a bunch of like earwax in it or something to keep. It tastes like wax.
You wouldn't.
It tastes like wax and vomit aftertaste. You know when you've thrown up like half an hour ago? Tastes like that. And I read as well, it's because this place is hot, and they do that to give it a higher melting point than English and European chocolate.
They make it taste like vomit.
Yeah.
I ordered some.
They have to add a
Krispy
chemical to it, and that chemical is very similar to the chemical in vomit that gives it that pungent smell.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, I read about this like 2 weeks ago, and that's why Europeans say that our chocolate tastes
Yeah.
like vomit because
It
chemically,
tastes like chund.
the thing they add to it is very chemically
How does that
similar to
taste?
How
vomit.
disappointing would that be to try chocolate and it tastes like vomit?
Also,
Tastes perfectly fine to me.
The first ingredient in English milk chocolate is milk,
want
and the
these.
first ingredient in American milk chocolate is sugar.
The first ingredient in everything made in America is sugar.
These are terrible. The pancakes are great. These chocolate chips are terrible.
Yeah. And the
I think they're fine.
milk
Take them
chocolate
then, please.
I did. I was forced.
Oh my
chips-
god,
That's great.
Gavin.
Gavin will have to clean that up.
Yeah, that's the
You're
best
gonna
part.
get melted chocolate in a carpet.
Do you think,
Take
do you
the
think it's
pancakes.
tough to go to work? Like, say you work at, what is that, Hill Country Fair. You know you're not Nestle. You know you're not, Hershey's. You got to go to work every day, and you know you're making the knockoff thing. You know you are, every single day. Does that wear on a person, do you think?
No, I mean
No,
you're
I bet
working
you
at a
take
chocolate
pride.
factory.
You take pride?
Yeah, I bet you're like, there's the bar, let's try and reach it.
Yeah?
Gives you a goal.
While
What do you think the people
while
at,
still being $1 less?
what do you
Yeah.
think the people at Hershey are doing? They're just like, there's nowhere to go. We own chocolate.
We're at the top of our game.
They could aspire. Man, I talked about it already on the podcast. The fucking chocolate in New Zealand, the chocolate milk everyone's
Yeah.
freaking out over.
How was it?
It was so fucking good. I know why they were freaking out over it. I bought on the way back. I must have looked like a maniac, like going through the duty free in New Zealand. I bought every fucking chocolate bar in that airport.
Do you have to swear about it?
I went to every store I could and bought every bar.
Do you still have any?
No,
What
I
are
had
you
it
talking
all. What is it? Whitman's chocolate in New
Oh,
Zealand.
right.
So fucking good.
And dark chocolate's poisonous.
Well, New Zealand is a dairy country. They have tons of dairies there.
Have you ever had chocolate from Germany?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Isn't all the
Or
Kinder
anybody.
stuff from Germany?
Possibly.
I don't know.
Is it
I've had
Kinder's
Swiss chocolate. Where's Toblerone from? Is that Swiss?
Toblerone?
Toblerone. Toblerone? What a fucking crazy mispronunciation that was. Wow.
It was.
Couldn't call the cops.
Uh,
I always associate it as being, it's going to sound weird, but I associate it as being Argentinian because the kid who lived across the street from me growing up was from Argentina, and they always ate Toblerone.
so racist. So
Wow.
racist.
Did you ever get the giant Toblerone?
Always.
I'm talking the big one in the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a disappointment, though, right? Isn't it just filled with a bunch of regular-sized Toblerones?
No.
No, it's just the giant triangles.
No, it's like
No,
it's
it's just
4 mini ones in
Yeah.
a pyramid.
Is it?
yeah.
Well, there is a big one.
What
But the
a rip
big
off.
ones are a bunch of little ones.
That's,
There
I
are,
would be
although
so friggin' mad.
The regular size one, they do a really long one where it's like Toblerone and on and on, and it just says that on the thing, and it goes on for
It's
a
just
really
a
long time.
longer Toblerone.
Yeah, it's really long. Like you
Chocolate
could
and
kill
puns.
someone with it.
You know what? Sometimes we don't get like everything they get in other countries here. Like I've seen other versions of candy.
You know, there's not many.
awful.
I would not eat that every day, but it's interesting to try.
It was interesting to try. We don't have anything like we don't have that here.
Barbara bought some crispy M&Ms.
That's why I was asking if anybody had chocolate from Germany, because I went online to Amazon and looked for crispy M&Ms because I really wanted them. And I ordered a bag.
Did
and
you
it was,
really? Did you really want them, or did you really want them 2 days from now? I mean, what? Who goes shopping for candy?
I
on
didn't know
Amazon?
we had
I
them
do.
back
I
in the
import
US.
all kinds of crap.
But if I say I really want something, I don't go mail order it from Amazon.
No, that means you really want it. If you're planning ahead to eat something, you really want it.
I'm planning to want
I
it.
didn't know we had them back in the US again.
Yeah, the crispy M&Ms just
They only
relaunched in
just
the
came
U.S.
back.
They weren't available
Okay.
for years.
So you got them shipped from?
I thought like an American warehouse or something.
Yeah.
but apparently I ordered them from Germany
Whoa.
because
fine.
they were $10 for like just not a normal size bag, but like a kind of a bigger bag.
I know, I was eating it before we got the podcast. I just go in your office all the time for snacks.
I know
What did you think about them?
No, those. I now have a normal bag.
Oh, we
in
don't
here.
have a normal
I
bag
threw
yet.
out the Germany ones because they were weird tasting.
Were they old?
No.
It's an homage to the rock towers that are next to us.
Wow, look at that.
We've entered the creative phase of pancake making.
I'm full.
Those
Bring it over here.
those German crispy M&Ms were gross.
Gross, right?
Were they just
I had a
old
bunch.
and minging?
I don't know. They had like a weird texture to them. They weren't right.
The chocolate tasted really off.
Oops.
Oh no, the rock towers.
No, we're good.
At first, Mariel again, she said they're an homage to the rock tower. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Then I looked in the monitor. I was like, oh, the rock tower.
Should we pass the audience some more?
You guys want some more? We have a little silver platter here. That's nice.
We should do like the
Apparently,
cannons that they have at
Mariel's
festivals.
budget for platters was just off the charts. We got a
That's why we
silver,
couldn't afford the
silver
good
platter to
chocolate
put our
chips.
So
off-brand
fancy.
chocolate chips on.
This is plastic though.
No, they don't ruin the illusion.
Oh.
Is it plastic? How do you tell?
I mean, it's
No,
pure silver.
it's metal.
It's metal.
Is it? Oh, I didn't tap it. I just
Either way, it's more expensive than a paper plate. We could have afforded the buck for the Nestle Toll House. That's all I'm saying.
Nestle Toulouse.
Oh, that's theirs? I'm sorry, I was banging on it.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful plate.
You know, Europeans always make fun of Americans for being fat. Europeans eat the fuck out of Nutella. And this is not good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like
But
they,
it's made with nuts.
But they, yeah, right. What's in this thing? Sugar, first ingredient. Palm oil. They say you're not supposed to eat anything with palm oil in it.
Doesn't
What
that
is that,
kill
like-
orangutans or something?
Not palm oil, but
The harvesting?
cutting down their,
Yeah.
their
Kills
habitat does.
orangutans.
It's a
Orangutans.
major cause
Orangutan.
of deforestation. They say, but I've never run into a palm tree forest. I don't know where.
Have you ever run into an orangutan in the wild? I
No.
mean,
That's an animal I would not want to run into.
Dan told me an amazing story about a gorilla. Apparently, you can teach. You're right.
Yeah, fine.
You can teach a gorilla.
Was it cross-eyed? Because that would be an amazing story.
Apparently, you can teach a gorilla to communicate with sign language and have like real full-on.
Who doesn't know that?
Yeah, right.
Dan had to tell you that?
But here's how smart the damn gorilla was. The gorilla liked cats, and the gorilla
Wow,
one day.
so smart.
How does a gorilla know what a cat is?
If it knows what sign language is, it knows what a cat is. It's a fluffy little cute thing in the corner.
Not necessarily.
A
I mean, we went
gorilla.
from the jungle to the lab. I'm sure they're not like doing a field study where they're out there teaching it sign language in the woods, wherever they live, jungle. So, what? Maybe they see. I guess they would see a puma or like a jaguar or something like that out there.
let him finish the story. I want to
Go
make
ahead.
fun of him.
And then the gorilla accidentally broke a sink that was in the cage that it was in. And when the humans came back, the gorilla blamed the cat with sign language.
Oh, did it? The
Yeah,
cat broke the
it was like
sink.
explaining to the humans that the kitten broke it.
Was it like
That's a smart gorilla.
broken or like ripped off the
So
wall?
I pulled it off the wall.
The kitten-
Cat jumped in it too
It's
hard.
like that cat, that video of the cat knocking the glass off the table.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. The cat's like up there at the sink. They're like, no. The girl's like, no. The cat's like,
I just love the idea of a gorilla going like, he did it.
So they learn blame.
Mm.
That seems like a really human trait.
Well, I mean, yeah.
they're like 99%.
Well, what else
Yeah.
can you talk to a gorilla about?
I don't know. What would you tell?
Look, there's
What
top
would you?
5
What,
things you could talk to a gorilla
what would you
about.
ask a gorilla? No, you got one question you can ask a gorilla, or one thing you say to a gorilla. What do you say?
And like,
Sign language, dummy.
you wasted your question. Girl be like, what the fuck is this?
I would like to wish for more wishes, please.
The gorilla would
The
say,
gorilla just goes,
"Listen to this crazy bitch. What's he doing?" What would you ask gorilla? Got one question.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you ask a gorilla? Do you get tired of eating bananas? Do gorillas eat bananas? I don't know.
That could be your question.
I don't know anything about gorillas.
well, they say that thing about the lions, right? Like, if you and a lion spoke English, you still wouldn't be able to understand the lion.
We've talked about this before. It still doesn't make sense to me.
Because your frames of reference is so different. Like,
Nope.
the lion won't care about what you care about. Or neither would a gorilla.
Wouldn't that then mean that we wouldn't have the same language? Right?
Well, the language is words, isn't it?
Language, yeah, language is words. So if I can speak to a lion, we would understand each other. I don't buy this.
What would the lion talk about?
Meat,
Eating stuff?
Being hungry?
chasing stuff down.
Not being a vegetarian.
It would talk to me about vegan.
would-
So he'd be like, "Is this vegan?"
It would not tell you how good the
Yourself?
vegan pancake was.
Be like, it'd talk to me about its gluten-free
Yeah.
diet. Is
I
what
probably
it'd tell me.
honestly wouldn't talk to a gorilla if I had the option.
Good call.
Wouldn't even bother.
You wouldn't ask it anything. I think I would ask Gorilla, what do you hope for? I'd be curious if like there's any kind of concept.
Does
of,
it know what hope is?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'd ask it to see if it would know that. Like, what is? Does it look forward to anything at all, or is it just like just right now? Blame the sink on the cat. Like, is it just like whatever's in front of it? Because it had to formulate that plan, right? Like,
Yeah, that's quick thinking from that gorilla.
God, animals are crazy like that. Where I was telling Ash about a dog I used to have, a pointer, which is a really beautiful dog, but it's a sport dog, which means it's fucking hyper.
A pointer?
Pointer. It's like one of those brown-headed dogs, and it like
Tells
goes
you where
stiff. And it would do that too. It was like genetically, if it saw something like one of the cats, it would go and like point at it and like stiffen up. And like,
You never seen that?
No.
Like normally they'll raise like one paw up and they just like they look at it and their tail goes straight. It's like they're an arrow
I
basically.
feel like I've only seen that in cartoons.
Seen it in
yeah,
Tom and Jerry
they
for sure.
put them in cartoons a lot,
Yeah.
and they point and stuff. But they actually just like they just point their heads and stuff and hold perfectly still. And
I
their-
love
their
that
tail goes
instinct
straight.
stuff in animals.
It's crazy. That stuff's crazy. Instinct. Like, how did that stuff get passed along genetically?
Like we were talking the other week about how a kangaroo knows to get born and then immediately go into the pouch.
Right.
Nobody tells it,
It
how to do
learns
that.
to get
All the
born.
ones that didn't know that are gone. They didn't make it.
And baby koala bears know to eat shit
What?
from their mother. Apparently, like eucalyptus leaves are so low in nutrients that a baby kangaroo can't even like deal with all the crap that's in eucalyptus leaves.
A baby kangaroo.
What did I say?
We know what you mean. We know
You mean
what you mean.
koala?
Baby koala. So it just has to eat the shit from the mother.
Fucking gross.
Fecal pap.
Oh my
Is what it's
god.
called.
Why wouldn't what,
Does the
so
mother
koala
feed it?
doesn't nurse? I mean, human
mean-
babies can't eat anything either, but they don't eat poop.
Oh,
There's a pointer.
Is this a pointer dog?
That's the point. I think that's Annie looked a lot like that. They're showing Patrick put up a picture of a pointer. That dog. One day I came home, and this is at the first house where we started. The company started Red versus Blue. One day I came home, and I was in the front entryway, and there's this like foam, like little chunks of foam, and it was all over the entryway. And I'm like, what is this? And then I walk, kind of a big house. I walk in the living room, place is covered in foam. There was chunks of that foam in every room of that house. Every room.
So the actual physical pieces of foam.
Like physical piece of foam. And
It
there's
wasn't like the-
upstairs. There's an upstairs. Like it somehow got upstairs as well.
So it wasn't like it had rabies and was foaming. It was actual foam.
It was
chunks.
like chunks of like insulation foam or something. I'll tell you what it was. The living room couch. The dog had decided, fuck this couch. And it ate all the way through the couch. Like from the top where the cushions you sit on, it just like drilled down through the couch, like through the springs, where if you stood over the couch, it looked normal on the left and normal on the right, but in the center, you could see straight through to the floor.
Was it trying to bury something in there?
Barbara, I have no idea.
What
I
made
have
it
no
stop?
clue.
What made it stop at the floor?
I don't know. And the dog, it wasn't like I got home and the dog was like, "Arr," you know, like tearing up the couch. It was in the corner. Like it must have gone on like a bender and like for 3 hours torn up that couch and then had like this moment where I was like, what the fuck am I doing? It's like, this is going to be terrible. And it just went in the corner and sulked and I couldn't get it out of the corner for like 6 hours.
Was its ears really low?
Oh yeah. It was like hiding. And like you'd try to look at it and it would look away. Like it wouldn't make eye contact with you. Her name was Annie. Annie the dog.
Annie the
That dog had an alternate name, didn't it? Or was that, am I thinking of a different one?
You think I'm Muddy?
No, I'm thinking of Zazu.
Zazu. Oh yeah, Zazu was that dog's name.
That dog was originally called Zazu.
because that's close to Annie.
Well, I want to name it Zazu.
Because
And,
you like Rowan Atkinson?
What's that?
What?
Is that
I
Rowan
think
Atkinson
it's
named
time that
Zazu?
you and I arranged a heart to heart.
Yeah.
From Lion King. Zazu?
That's what that's from, right?
No.
The bird, Zazu?
This would have been before Lion King, right? Maybe?
No, it would have been after Lion King.
There's a character in Lion King named Zazu?
The blue bird.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The one that's all
I
like,
didn't
trying to
watch
teach
it.
a lesson?
I didn't
I
know
was
that.
I was too old to watch Lion King. You guys were probably like,
You've
young
never
enough.
seen Lion King.
I know he lifts up the cub and all that stuff.
Hamlet,
but-
isn't it?
What?
Isn't it Hamlet?
Yeah, I think it is an allegory for Hamlet.
I never thought of it that way.
Me neither.
Yeah, like I saw all the classic Disney films, which probably for you classic is like
Old.
Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast.
You know,
right?
when they finally added sound? Those are the ones we grew up
I
with.
saw Steamboat Willie. But yeah, I saw Little Mermaid, and then like I wasn't interested in watching animated movies after that. Like there was no.
Oh my god, but have you seen Aladdin at least?
I've seen pretty much all of them at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's different when you see them when you're older. It's not like you're
Yeah, it's
a
even better.
stupid kid that watches it over and over.
You don't realize how many
Stupid
sexual jokes are in those Disney movies until you're older.
You think there's
Like
a lot
what?
of sexual jokes?
Just like mature jokes
Okay.
that you only get once you're like over the age of 18.
Well, I think like people look for sex stuff in Disney movies.
Well, yeah.
and Why?
People have a lot of free
What does
time.
that mean? Well, yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to be creepy.
I know you worked really well.
Yeah, you know.
I can't wait for the Mickey Mouse 50 Shades of Grey crossover.
You hate human contact, right?
I hate human contact.
Have you ever had a massage?
Have I ever had a massage? Yes, I have.
Did you like that?
They put me to sleep. I passed out.
I had my first one the other day as a Valentine's Day gift
How was that?
from Meg, and I was worried about it because I didn't want to be spoken to. I didn't want them to talk to me
Yeah.
while they were rubbing me. And Meg was like, "They probably won't talk to you if you give like really short answers. They'll just shut up. Maybe ask you about pressure and stuff." I laid down in the thing, put my face in the hole, got my kit off and that, left my boxers on. The woman comes in and starts rubbing me and then says, "What do you think it would be like if there were no jobs and nobody had to work and there were no jobs?" I was like, "What are you on about?" She was like, "Do you think there would be war?" I was like, "What is happening? Is this what happens all the time?" And she went on for 20 minutes asking me all these like weird questions and like trying to figure out politically where I was on certain
I've
subjects
never
and
heard
stuff.
of that happening to
Yeah,
someone during
immediately.
massage.
Didn't say hi. Didn't say I'm going to start on your back or anything. How's the pressure?
Are you sure
Went
that was the masseuse
straight
that came in, not like a fan that was just like wandered into your room?
And I got out and told Meg, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I've never heard of that before."
No.
She went on, and I was livid. I was there like this. It's like, yeah, I guess it'd be weird. I get maybe there would be war
You should
still.
have pretended to be asleep.
And then I was like, yeah, I guess people still would go to war because people like fighting for stuff. And she'd be like, well, what would they be fighting for? Nobody needs money. I was like, I don't know. Why are you giving me this situation? I don't care.
Helping you
What are you
out.
talking about?
You could always say, like, well, people go to war because they would get upset because people interrupted their fucking massage.
Yeah. Take you to war right now.
Tell you a secret there. This is a little Gus trick for you. If they try to talk to you too much, just act like you're asleep.
Well, I'd been on the table for a minute. I don't
No.
think I could have been snoring already.
Oh, I can totally do that. I can fall asleep in a minute. You guys have seen me do it on a plane.
Yeah, we've seen you fall asleep before we boarded the plane.
What is
You
it
boarded
about a
before us.
plane? Like, it's not comfortable at all.
I think it's the white
But
noise.
I can sleep even before you take off. Like instantly, I can close my eyes and fall asleep. I'm not tired. Like I could have slept 10 hours the night before. I get on a plane, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go sleep.
Maybe it's just like the really stuffiness of it, and everything's kind of like jammed in together, so you almost feel like you're in a cocoon.
I don't know.
Cozy.
I'm trying to come up with an excuse. I don't have one.
Can we go back to cars for 1 second?
Sure, I love cars.
So there's a lot of cars in LA, and it's a car culture, and people try to get really fancy cars.
Worst traffic in the country, isn't it?
You know what? Listen. I always made fun of Matt because Matt said that Austin had worse traffic than LA. I'm starting to agree with him. I think Austin has worse traffic than LA.
Heavy.
It's rough, dude. It's rough. You know what my problem is? I live south of the river, and our office is north of the river. And
Tell me about
it's not until you're in that situation that you realize there's only 4 places to cross the fucking river in the city, and that's it. And so at rush hour, it's like you're down to 4 streets. That's it.
Mhm.
That's all you got.
Crossing downtown is a fucking nightmare.
It's a nightmare. There's a traffic jam on I-35 between 1st Street and 38th Street 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day.
Literally 24 hours.
Yeah, it always exists there, and it's horrible. But I have bad news for you. I was in Los Angeles, and you know what I saw in Los Angeles driving around?
Aston Martin.
I saw a BMW i8 driving around.
Oh really?
Yes.
Love that car. It looks cool.
It looked, in person, it looked ridiculous.
Like dumb.
Yes. Did you know that this is a very expensive hybrid that they're coming out with.
It's all
some
electric, I think.
BMWs. I don't think it is. It's got fuel in it.
Oh, does it?
It's got a fuel
Yeah,
port
it's a
on it.
hybrid.
But it's got it on paper or in pictures. It looks great. In person, where the taillights are, there's like a fender over the top of that, but there's a space there between it, and that space runs all the way through to the sides of the car. So you have like this hole that you can see through
Weird.
from the back of the car.
It's a hole.
It's a hole, and if you look at the car straight on from the back, I cannot see it in any of the photos that they published on their website. But if you look at the car from the back, you see daylight through the back of the car
Weird.
on the right and the left.
So it wasn't like a modification that the person did on their
Nope. That would have been a pretty severe modification. And that car's already ridiculous enough.
I was talking to
This is the best pancake I've ever
What is
had.
that one?
I don't know. I think it's just plain. It's like the way it's cooked. It's like it's got that perfect little crunch right there.
Well,
Oh.
look, I made good pancakes last year.
I was talking
I'm not
to
starting to get mad.
I was talking to Justine about the i8 because she
Said it.
took a test drive and she said it was dumb that the doors didn't come down automatically. You had to pull them down. There's no button for it.
I agree with that. Okay, you can see the hole there.
Where?
It's on the back right.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
You see that?
that is weird.
Yeah, and you don't notice it like in
It just
pictures.
looks like lovely contours.
Yeah, it just looks like it's part of the car, but there's like a groove You see, there it is right there. There's that dark
Oh,
part.
I think I hate this car now.
That dark part above the taillight, that is not a dark piece of trim. That is a hole.
You gotta admit, it's a cool looking thing.
Like, there's no question. Actually, and so the only version of that car that I really, really like now is the all black version.
Because it makes the hole less?
That weird hole thing. But then when you look at it from behind, you have the daylight on either side. So it's really obvious when you're looking at it straight from behind. The other thing was, there was a post made today online, which was, I guess, they look like dealership techs. And they were learning, like, how to interface with the i8 and, like, how to approach it. And it was a nightmare. Like, to get the hood open was the doors swing up and there's like a pneumatic arm that pushes the door up or holds it in place. You got to go behind that, pop off a cover, just to open the hood, pop off a cover, and then there's like a lanyard with a loop on it, like a string. You pull that, and you have to have somebody on the other side of the car, on the other door, also do the same thing.
What?
What if you're on your own?
What?
What if you're alone?
I don't know.
Do you
I
have to
have
just
no idea.
straddle the middle and just go?
I'm gonna finish my pancake.
This sounds terrible already.
Guys,
Auto stop.
so
Oh, wait. Let me try to guess.
Auto stop the car.
No, I think
like
you meant-
it locks onto the car.
like followed around corners.
But I
and
still
stuff.
have to steer. If it steers itself, what am I steering? Because I'm a jackass? Let the car fucking
You can
steer.
take like half a nap. It'd be like when I tried to take a nap with my friend driving in the car going down to Houston.
I'll tell you what you can do. You can like go at like 40 or 50 miles an hour on the freeway and be comfortable like looking down at your phone because you won't run into anything. The car
Illegal,
will just
though.
all of a sudden stop.
Still illegal.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's legal
totally.
in Texas now.
I don't do it. Clearly,
Just saying you could.
I'm just saying you could.
That's
if you want
all.
to.
Yeah, you could have a beer as well.
Auto stop. You can kill a
No,
dude.
officer, this is for the car.
It's okay. It's autopilot. It's a robot. But the Impala has a feature called auto stop, which is, I guess, it's a fuel saving mechanism. Which is when you get to a red light and come to a complete stop, the engine turns off,
And then it starts when you press go.
and then it starts when you take your foot back off
How
the
is
brake.
that?
Yeah, that's a
economically
normal
friendly
feature in
at
a lot
all?
of cars. Volvos have that.
That feature
Audis have that.
drove me insane all weekend.
Is,
don't
is
even
there a
notice
delay
it.
or something?
No, you get to a red light. As soon as you come to a complete stop, the car goes
Yeah,
silent.
but you don't notice it. And then you press go and it's like, and we're off again.
I absolutely noticed it every single
I drive
time.
a Prius. That happens all the time.
It drove me fucking crazy.
Does it?
Yeah,
I
every
noticed it in your
every
Very
time I
common
stop,
feature
the,
in cars.
the engine turns off.
Oh. Well,
And
I
then when
guess
you
it's
take
not
your
as
It,
bad as I thought.
it switches to battery, and that's it.
It's the equivalent of turning off the water when you're brushing your teeth.
I get that it's a fuel saving feature. I hated it. I felt like the car was dying at every stoplight. Every stoplight, I felt like it was dying.
You drive an electric car. Shouldn't you be used to this brand new technology?
Not
being in
turning
cars?
on and off.
Yeah, my car doesn't turn
Yeah.
on and off though.
Should.
It's just always on.
What do you mean? It's silent when it does. The other thing too is like if you kind of like come to a stop and then immediately go, it goes like it hated that. It hated that absolutely. Like
Do you know why I won't drive?
why?
Because
I
every
can't wait for this.
I do know why you won't drive, but
you?
you go ahead.
Why?
What's your reason why you think you won't drive?
give me yours. Let's
'Cause you're a
let's have
man
it.
child. Now, what's your reason?
Okay, as a foreign person in this country, I can very easily get deported if I break the law. They'll just be like, "Get out," and I'll be like, "Oh,
Go ahead.
there's my life gone."
You
In
know
this
that
country,
could only happen if you're convicted.
Of course,
Like
it's America.
right? So
Yeah,
if I break the law, whatever,
What
I
law?
basically have to not break the law.
It's a felony.
Every day of the year, I have absolutely zero chance of harming anyone with anything I do. I will never hurt anyone.
You're filming with Dan all week.
Dan's
This
English.
week.
It's okay.
I
I will
kill
never.
in America. He's
I will
an American
never
death.
hurt an American. If I drive, I could very easily crash into a car or accidentally run someone over. Then I'm screwed. I'm in the most low risk bit of my life if I don't drive.
Well, I, if you're likely to have any kind of calamity at your age, it's most likely going to be an accident in a car. That's
I'm
the
really-
most. You are correct.
Right.
I'm really paranoid now
Why is that?
because I drive, and I'm also
Yeah,
a
and if you-
foreign
Lots of
citizen.
people drive.
If you
You're not getting
got
booty, you're fine.
if you got distracted and mowed down like a family, you're in trouble. That's ruined it.
You are in trouble. That
I-
is what the judge will say. The judge will say, Mr. Gavin Free, you're in trouble.
I can't mow down anyone in the passenger seat. I can try it, but I won't.
I like Gavin's logic here. It's like, well, I just ran over a family of 4. I might have to go home. that might be the outcome of this. It's
not
this
pre-planned
might be
things.
a minor inconvenience
Gosh,
for me.
that is a big inconvenience. A
That's
plane
like
ticket
the
is
most
expensive.
selfish thing you could.
I
Probably
just
do.
ran over 4 people.
And now
how's that
I have to
become-
leave the country because they died.
I'm not saying that's the only reason I would do it. I can never hurt anyone. I'm untouchable.
You literally said that's the reason. That's
the reason I don't drive.
You started this conversation with the words, as a foreign person.
Yeah.
So, as a foreign person.
Obviously, I'd be horrified at the 4 people I've mowed down.
What if?
Kevin, if we
How
had
did
not,
you- how did you
if
make
we had
that
not challenged you, would you have ever said, oh, first of all, I'm horrified that I killed the 4 people. But
I felt like that was a given. How did you turn that around on me being a piece of shit? Oops. Better look for flights immediately. How do you turn that
the
around?
way you presented
Where
it.
did I leave my passport?
I would actually imagine you do this. You'd run over 4 people, and then you go, well, great. That's exactly how
Bugger
I
me.
think you would do it.
What if you were just crossing a street, not looking, and there was a car coming, and then like you moved out of the street and the car swerved to avoid you, and then they hit something and died?
That's not a crime.
No, I'm not saying it is, but you could hurt somebody.
Yeah, but he's saying from a crime perspective. That's why we're
I'm
getting
also
on.
saying I will never do that.
Because you don't drive.
Well, I won't cross the street without looking. I could easily lose concentration
You'd be
at the
using
wheel.
you'd be using your phone. You use your phone.
You
when you
don't
walk all
drive
the time.
because you're scared to drive. Because you did too many.
Scared of
traffic.
dying
You did too
and
many.
murdering people by accident.
Are you really scared of murdering people?
Yeah. It's a big fear. You're not scared of killing someone in the thing that goes,
I'm scared of someone killing me.
Let me think about that.
more than
you
anything.
made it about you.
No, it's
Piece
because
of shit.
no, because I'm
Foreigner,
confident in
Go
my
home.
I'm confident in my driving skills.
Yeah.
I'm not confident in other people's driving skills.
There are
Totally.
a bunch of damn drunks here.
Everybody else is idiots. Everybody
Exactly.
else. Yeah.
So I'm not worried
Everybody else.
about me hurting
The way
someone.
the way they market not drinking and driving here is absurd. It's like, you got to drive sober or you'll get pulled over. Like that's the worst thing that could happen. You might get pulled over, or you'll
understand
lose
that.
your license.
People understand that.
Yeah, well, they have to put it in like easy to quantify things. Like the big thing I see now is a DWI conviction can cost you $10,000. It's like they're trying to get you.
Yeah, how
in the
about you
pocket.
could kill a family?
No, here's why. Here's why.
Why is it always a family?
I'm just thinking about the worst thing.
I mean, Gavin hates families.
It's always like the
If
weirdest
you
way.
drive, you could go to England.
But in England,
it's so rainy here.
Like 7 years.
in England, they'll play an ad where a car smashes into people, and all the people inside go like smashing through the windows, and their faces are all bloody and stuff. It's like you could do that.
And
Here
there's
it's
a
like,
teddy bear that flies out the window. and
here it's like,
rolls on
oh,
the
you'll
floor.
have a fine and you'll lose your license. So
I've,
what?
I've always felt though that the PSAs in Canada and in UK are way more aggressive
They are.
because you have national health care and it becomes like you want to keep people out of the hospital.
You go out and you get fucked up.
That's a weird distinction. Like, oh, now you can get drunk.
Like once you know, like you could be 0.08 or under. Like you could have some alcohol in your system, but below that you can't have any at all.
Dan,
Even
did
if
you
you have a
Like the
license.
same standard was applied to like airline pilots. Like, okay, you've booked your 5,000th hour in the cockpit. You can have a martini now. It's okay.
You're pretty good at this. clearly.
You understand what's going on.
Dan got pulled over on a bicycle once.
no, he did not.
Yeah,
Was he just like weaving?
MP
he was
or
drunk.
public?
He was drunk on a bicycle and fell off next to a car. And a cop pulled up and was like, "You scratched that car," because he
Good.
thought he hit it. Didn't though. They reviewed the footage, which thankfully is on every street, and found out he didn't do it, so he was let off.
That footage is going to show that.
Yeah, he fell away from the car instead
Oh.
of into it.
They,
So
What
is
kind of
already
shitty
scratched.
cops do you have in the UK? He saw that? He saw him fall away from the car and said, you hit the car and scratched it? That's a shitty cop.
Maybe he thought his bike fell into it.
I think the cop just pulled up to him on the ground trying to stand up.
Did he really?
I don't know.
Threatened him?
Did he ever come back? Dan? I guess not.
No.
No.
I also like how quickly you made that judgment call. Do you ever come back, Dan? No. Okay.
Yeah, you know. I'm not going to hold up the podcast. See if
You
Dan
didn't see him
should.
come in. Now, how did Dan leave?
He's worth it.
How did he leave?
Yeah.
Through the door.
Right? Does Dan drive?
I assume he rented
Yeah,
a
he
car.
rented a car.
Oh, he rented a car while he's here.
Uh-huh.
I guess I assumed that Dan would not be able to drive as well.
So one of them has to be the responsible adult.
I guess so.
I mean,
And it's Dan?
He's out
Oddly
there
enough.
potentially killing people right now. That's what could be taking place.
how did he learn how to drive on the right side of the road?
It's not that hard.
You just do it.
Yeah, you just do it.
Yeah,
It's
is that how he
terrible. You and I both tried to drive on the left side of the road.
Nah, it's terrible. I did wreck a car, but
Jeff,
I'm giving you the look because that's
just
not
do
what you
it.
were saying in the moment.
Jeff would drive onto roundabouts full speed without looking to the right. And everything,
Yeah.
you got to give way to what's on the roundabout.
Right.
'Cause it's already on there. He would just be like, like people would be like skidding and like,
yeah, it's no problem.
yeah, it was terrifying.
My dad, when he was alive, he wrecked a car in Ireland too. He took a right. I want to say a right turn, which would be the equivalent of left here, but you know, you're crossing traffic. Is Ireland on the other side?
Of the planet?
the
I do believe
road.
they're on the left side of the road as well.
Okay, they're on the left side. All right. So I guess he must have taken a right and he crossed in front of traffic and got T-boned by somebody.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was messed up. then he just left the country. So I guess that works. I guess it's a sound
Did
strategy.
he have any chocolate milk while he was there?
And
What's that?
Oh no, wait, that's in. Never mind.
What is he talking about?
That's
Chocolate milk in Ireland?
The Netherlands.
Oh.
According to
I got my lands
New
mixed
Zealand?
up.
Yes, New Zealand.
That's the one.
And
I'm getting all my lands mixed up.
according to
Nether Zealand?
DC_resistance on Twitter,
No.
in England, the alcohol limit for drivers is 80 milligrams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood.
What? That's too much math.
0.08.
If you can figure it out, then you're not drunk. They tell you that you gotta run an equation in your head.
Hey, I have another scenario
Go ahead.
that you have to explain to a caveman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I want to try it this time.
Explain to
Okay,
me.
you try. This is perfect for you. Okay,
Oh,
caveman stood there. He just clubbed a saber-toothed tiger to death.
Oh.
Explain to him a community manager.
God.
Right. What is a community
I can't
manager?
even explain my job to people now. Okay. There's a machine where other people could use a machine that they have at home.
What's
What's
a
a
machine?
machine?
Oh.
Machine. Ooh. Question mark.
The kitten did it.
We haven't invented the question mark.
That's it. That's all they have. They
So
do
you have to
that
go
at the
all
end
the
of
way
a
back to
sentence.
explain a machine.
It has to make sense to a caveman.
Oh my god. There's a bunch of parts that you put together to make an object.
Parts.
Fuck you guys. You do it.
You lead a clan of people.
There's people that all want to talk to each other, but when they talk, they don't want anybody else to talk. And
The Archie
when other
podcast.
people talk, it annoys them, and then they get annoyed at the people that are talking on their level because they don't respect them.
What's
And
respect?
so we need a person to just respect is a thing. That's like an alpha male thing. Caveman understands that.
They understand respect.
Caveman's on the same wavelength as me.
Yeah.
So we need a
But not
person.
parts.
We need a person who will say who can talk when and get rid of people and tell them not to talk. And they have to leave and they can't talk anymore.
What's talking?
You just
You know what talking is. I'm telling him this stuff.
You just described like the mayor of the cave people, though.
That's what a community manager is.
A leader of clans. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Fair play.
So
It's
does
like-
that mean
it
I'm
was like-
technically a leader of clans? That's pretty cool.
Like, how would you explain booting someone from, like, or banning somebody? How would you explain that? That's
So
what I
it's the
think of-
equivalent probably of burying
It
someone.
also shows like what kind of community managers we are. Where it's like, how do you ban people? That's my first.
How would you
just show
ban?
me how to do that?
How would you ban a caveman?
Your job's not banning people, though, is it? You can't ban people from Twitter.
No, but from our site.
You
From
block
our
people on
community
Twitter.
site.
Yeah.
We ban people. I don't do it often.
Are you very lenient?
Well, I make the mods and admins do that.
I want to talk about something. You talked about our community site. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And so I did this thing where I went through the PHPBB forums. Can't say it.
Just say peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly forums. And I was doing this thing where I was like locking the forums, and people were like saying because they wanted to still use those old forums and they didn't want to move to the new site. I said, no, we got to turn these off because we need these servers. So I did this fun thing where I was like locking them, and this one's next, and we're locking this one now, and like people were moving to other forums to continue discussion.
It's like you were flushing out an anthill.
Those people, it's like it was the end of the world to them. They were like,
Yeah.
"Fuck this company, fuck Rooster Teeth. They don't know what they're doing. They
But
forgot
were
where they
calling
came
you
from."
sellouts, and there wasn't even like
Yeah.
any ads on the site.
It was
or
just
anything.
like it's like outrage. You need to like funnel it. You know what I mean? Everything can't be like 11 on the outrage meter. It's like it's like it, like going all the way back that far. It's like every stage. It's like people. Every time we do anything, there's always this like small vocal group. People is like, this is unacceptable and unbelievable, and then they're totally fine. Like
After
2 months later,
not even like a week.
yeah, and it's like like I said, I don't want to invalidate people's criticisms because I still read all that stuff and I still process it. But it's like it is. I have to admit, it's hard for me to react to outrage because I've just seen it in so many different forms over the years, over every single thing. It's like the architect at the end of the Matrix. He's like, "This is the 7th time I've done this. I've destroyed Zion." It's like I've seen this before.
By the way, I watched the whole movie. I never understood. I still don't. I could watch all of that movie, that scene 10 times. I still wouldn't understand what the goddamn that guy's on about.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Sean Connery was offered that role, and he read the script, and he was like,
Yeah.
"What?
Yeah.
No."
That's what what's his name? The old guy from Lord of the Rings that played
Gandalf?
No, that played Count Dooku as well.
Oh,
Christopher
Christopher Lee.
Lee. I was gonna say Christopher Guest, but it's a totally different guy.
The man with the golden
Christopher
gun.
Lee. He talked about being in Star Wars and being in Lord of the Rings in the same year. He was like, "Well, Lord of the Rings is by Tolkien, and it's a beautiful piece of literature." because I was in Star Wars. I read the script. Quite frankly, I didn't understand a word of it. He was like straight up about it. But I'll tell you what. If you want to make peace with the second and third Matrix movies, go see Jupiter Ascending. I went and saw that with.
Why would you do that to
I
yourself?
went and saw it with JD. Listen, The Matrix is such a good movie.
The first one.
The Matrix. Just The Matrix. That is such a good, perfect movie that I will go see anything that the Wachowskis make. I will see anything they make for the rest of time. Just hoping it'll get back to that Matrix level. Or just, like, remind me of it, you know? And there were moments in Jupiter Ascending that definitely had that. But
How was it overall?
it was an exercise in world building, which I think in the post Lord of the Rings world that we live in, people like world building a lot, but you got to have something there as well.
Like terraforming. What do you mean?
No, like you build like this universe, like with all this rich history. Like, it's like a
building
Tolkien
a universe.
thing. Yeah, like Tolkien wrote the whole Elvish language.
Like changing a planet so you can live on it.
That's actually part of the thing, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Nailed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they terraform planets in this thing, kind of. I mean, it's like a.
I remember on the old site, around when I joined for Red vs. Blue, you were watching the Matrix trailer for the second one, and you kept like watching it. You would watch like 10 seconds and then stop it, and then you'd watch it again and watch like an extra second. So you'd be on like second 11, and you kept saying about how like you'd almost made it halfway through the Matrix trailer for the second one. You were so excited, and then after it came out and you saw it, you were just like,
Why did you watch it like that?
I don't watch. I try not to watch anything that I want spoiled for me. Like I'm not watching any of the Avengers trailers right now because I know I'm going to see it. I'm actually surprised that I went and saw the Star Wars trailer. And we did that thing where we saw it 37 times in a row at the Alamo for an hour and a half.
Analyzed every second of it, right?
It was pretty fun to do it that way. That's the only reason I went and saw it, actually, was because of that. But yeah, if I'm going to see something, why watch the trailer for it?
They always give away the best parts in trailers. I never understand
Yeah.
why they do that.
We're it's a marketing thing.
Yeah.
So we have a teaser coming out for Laser Team this week.
Premiering this Friday at Let's Play Live. Tickets still available.
But it'll be available to backers before that.
Yes, very
Be
important
clear.
to say
you
that.
You guys kept not saying that.
Well,
I mean,
my
I
journal-
know it's a split message, but
Right. And I just want to say that. Like, people were very upset that I didn't address the backer situation in my journal when I talked about it. The journal was about the event. It wasn't a backer update. You know, if I start layering in all these extra messages, it gets confusing.
Rage at
So I,
level
apologize.
11.
totally get it.
I apologize. I can understand why backers were upset. And
they weren't, though. They weren't.
People,
There's a lot of people who get upset on the behalf of backers.
Right. So there was some people upset.
Right.
I apologize. We should have maybe reworded the message a bit, but that was the reasoning behind it.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing that this week, and you know we're like being real careful about like not including too much beyond like some small little premise stuff, just some little stuff, and like we're very protective about the imagery that appears in it as well. You know,
As you should be.
yeah, but at the same time,
is this a first look at the
At anything from it, right?
yeah,
the get up?
yeah, it's a first look at all the whole
Do you
thing.
think I could...
My favorite comment was I posted that, you know, we're going to be premiering the teaser there at Let's Play Live. And nice.